Hi, everybody. Convene the meeting. Want to welcome everybody. Thank you for logging on. Why don't we first start with I have the Pledge of Allegiance, or do you want to start the roll call first?
We can start with the pledge, and then I'll do the roll call.
Perfect. All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under
God,
indivisible.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay,
All right, Pat.
thank you. Okay, Councilmember Arredondo Savage.
Here.
Mayor Hartkey. Mayor Gallego.
Here.
Councilmember Heredia. Yeah. Okay,
I think that's all of us.
Yes, we're all set to proceed.
Perfect. Well, first item on the agenda, public comment for today's meeting. Public comments being taken in written format and will be entered into the official minutes of the meeting. Do we have any public comments?
No, not today.
Okay, perfect. All right, next item on the agenda, item 2, Northwest Extension Phase 2, Construction Manager at Risk, Contract Amendment. I'll pass it over to Mr. Scott Smith.
Thank you, Councilmember. And if I could, I'd like to have Wolf Crow give a brief description of this item. Wolf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am here. Can you hear me? Yeah. Again, this is Wolf Grote, Director of Capital and Service Development. And well, first of all, I just wanted to say appreciate that you all are participating in this special meeting. We don't usually have a July board meeting, but well, first of all, the purpose of our item here is to amend the construction manager at risk contract with Kiewit McCarthy to construct the Northwest Extension Phase 2 light rail project. We would normally have waited to take board action until August, but it's important to take action now so that we don't have delays in our contractor's work. We actually had intended to initially to go to the board in June. It took us much longer to negotiate with our construction manager at risk contractor at Kiewit McCarthy. We finally, after a couple of months of discussions with them, we were able to come to a comfortable number for our guaranteed maximum price for this project. And that has been substantiated by the 2 independent cost estimates that we also did as well. So one of the things I should note is we didn't go through the normal process of going to RTAG as well as the Rail Management Committee, just because of the timing and the need to get this project moving forward and the delay that we've had in negotiations. So we're sorry that we weren't able to make it through that process, but we really feel it's necessary to move this project forward. So just a couple of notes about the project. First of all, I think you're all familiar that this extends our light rail system another 1.5 miles to the Metro Center area. Of course, Metro Center is now closing, but it is being redeveloped, and we're working with the developer to have our end-of-line station on that property. Currently, we are done with our design work, and we're working with the various utility companies to start their relocation work this summer. Salt River project is the first one we'll be starting with in August. And then also this summer, pending this approval today in the beginning of August, Kiewit McCarthy will start their utility relocation work on the project as well. So today's action is to approve moving forward with the entirety of construction for the Northwest Phase 2 project, but it will be broken into 3 phases. The work that will start immediately includes utility and long lead procurement items. Then in November, we anticipate continuing with phase B, as we're calling it, And that is contingent upon approval of a letter of no prejudice from the Federal Transit Administration, which allows us to move with costs that can be reimbursed later on by the federal government. And that work will include some of the civil work, some of the bridges, park and rides, track work, et cetera, that we'll be doing. And that will take us through next spring, probably late in May, June, when we anticipate getting a full funding grant agreement. And that will then allow us to do phase C, which releases the remainder of construction. So the action that we're asking you all to take today is to approve, to get approval for our Chief Executive Officer to execute a contract amendment with Kiewit McCarthy for construction of the Northwest Extension Phase 2 project for an amount not to exceed $257.3 million, as further indicated in your board memo. And that's all I have. I'd be happy to take any questions if you have them.
Anybody on the board have any questions, comments?
Mr. Chairman, may I do a comment?
Yes, Mayor. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Thank you. This is an exciting project for Phoenix, going through a really important area of our city and one where we expect to see a lot of economic investment and change. So it comes at a very important time, as well as I hope are beginning our recovery, even though we are still very much in the midst of fighting COVID. And thank you to Wolf and the whole team who's been working on this, as great partnership with City of Phoenix staff. Want to recognize Councilwoman Thelda Williams, who preceded me as mayor and who has been the champion for this project. She has really worked on all of the details and has a passion for delivering the project. And I think today is a recognition of her hard work as well. This project comes at a time where we are a little bit uncertain about finances. It is dependent on sales tax, and we've seen a lot of uncertainty, including pretty significant swings even between April and May, and we are not sure what is coming ahead. So we'll have to do it and make sure we have an eye to fiscal responsibility. Our constituents are wanting more for us during these difficult times when we have more complicated situations with resources. So we'll just have to be careful and try to stick to the budget as much as possible, because there is some uncertainty and the federal government is not participating at the same level they once did. So we at Valley Metro is used to doing more with less, and this will be one of those projects as well, but it'll come at a time when we need people working, and this will be a great job generator and hopefully give back to the local community, which will face construction impacts, but a great result when it's done. So thanks to all who've worked to make this day happen and this vote happen. With that, if the chair is ready, I for a motion. I move.
Yeah, just one quick question. Wolf, did you say the timeline as far as this project?
Yeah, yes, the timeline for this project, of course, we're going to be starting construction this summer, and we anticipate completion in 2024.
2024. Okay. Perfect. Any other questions or move?
Yeah, Frankie, this is Robin. I have a comment, just a follow up. If that's okay, real quick.
Yes. Go ahead.
Just a couple things. I just kind of want to mention a few things that Mayor Gallego said too, and I certainly do agree. I think it's kind of exciting to be able to see something positive happening within the community. And Wolf, I really do appreciate the fact that you mentioned working with the Metro Center developer, because I think that could be a really great opportunity for what's going to happen at the end of the line. So I would really hope that we push hard to get really involved in that, because I think that could be something that could even be more dynamic in the sense of what's to come in the future. I do also think always have some concerns about financing, and realize that, I know the budget's increased. It's basically, we expect it to increase. It did with the streetcar. And I know it's going to increase with this, but I just think we need to, like I think the mayor said, just keep our fingers on the pulse, make sure we're really trying to do our due diligence when it comes to fiscal responsibility and truly understand the increases that we're seeing along the way. And with that, I'm excited to move forward. I think it's great to be able to see some development and some positive things happening in all of our communities. So with that, if there's no other questions, I don't know if Mayor Gallego made a motion. If not, I will, or I'll second it. So whatever that looks like. Thank you.
Oh, I think Mayor Gallego, you moved to.
Yes, I moved approval, but happy to whichever way we do it, as long as it's moving forward. And since appreciate the councilwoman's comments on Metro Center as well. That's one that I think is actually going to be an exciting opportunity. The city is working with stakeholders, including the property owner, to try to figure out how we can reinvent it. And I think a transit-oriented, cool space could come out. So hopefully the future of retail is going to be along this project line, and good timing to really rethink what has been a gem for Phoenix and will be a gem going forward. So appreciate the multiple folks have brought that up. So
I
officially move the item.
Okay, I'll please second.
Perfect. All in favor, or anyone opposed? Perfect. Passes. I think it was. I think this is the only item on the agenda. Or Scott, do you have anything else?
No, Mr. Chair, this is it. I just want to echo what has been said, and want to also thank both my staff, or our staff, I guess I should say, Wolf and his team, and the City of Phoenix staff, Marcus Coleman, Mario Paniagua, and the others who have worked closely and overcome a lot of difficulties on this extension, both on the site and internally, and with the Federal Transit Administration. And we look forward. We're very excited about being part of what I think will be an exciting redevelopment of Metro Center. So just to confirm what Mayor Gallego and the council member said, we're excited about this also. This is a short extension, but believe me, its importance is far greater than the length. So we're excited to get going and start moving toward getting that grant agreement and getting this thing built. So thank you very much to all that have been involved.
Well said.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Scott. Thanks, everybody. I think next meeting is Thursday, August 27th, 11:15. So we'll probably get some information over the next several weeks on that. And I think this was as painless as possible for my first meeting. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Good job. And take care.
Everybody, have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.